Live from San Diego, this is the Fox 5 News at 10.
Good evening. We begin with breaking news. Police say multiple people are dead after shootings at two mosques in the New Zealand city of Christchurch. Right now, police have arrested 4 people, 3 men and 1 woman. They cannot rule out other gunmen still on the run, saying the situation is still very active. Police have asked social media users not to share a video believed to show one of the shootings on a live stream in graphic detail. It is Friday and the time is 6 p.m. in New Zealand, and parts of Christchurch are currently on lockdown. Police are telling mosques across New Zealand to shut their doors until the situation is safe. New Zealand's Prime Minister Jacinda Ardern describing the attack as an unprecedented act of violence, saying it's one of the country's darkest days. Witnesses say there were more than 200 people in one of the mosques when a gunman walked in the back and started shooting, saying that person shot for 10 to 15 minutes. This is a developing story and an evolving situation, and we'll keep you updated with the very latest out of New Zealand, all the information as it comes in to the Fox 5 newsroom. And we will bring you updates throughout this broadcast, and stay up to date with breaking news, this story and any other updates by downloading the Fox 5 app.
If you're going to talk that talk, you have to walk that walk.
New at 10, hundreds of teachers in Escondido are banding together demanding better pay along with a list of other things. And tonight, they flooded the school board meeting to make sure their voices are being heard. Fox 5's Kristen Shanahan is live where the meeting is just wrapping up. Kristen.
Kathleen, fair deal kept being chanted at tonight's meeting, and after tonight, teachers are hoping that's exactly what they'll get. School officials appeared to be surprised by how many people showed up to the Escondido Union School District board meeting Thursday night. Hundreds of teachers, parents, and students packed the boardroom that quickly filled to capacity. But that didn't turn people away. Everyone stuck around, packing the halls and sidewalk outside. Teacher power! Teacher power! Brandy Krebs, a teacher and the second vice president of the Escondido Elementary Educators Association, says they haven't had a new contract in about 8 months. Both elementary and middle school teachers are pushing for better pay and benefits.
We're asking for a cost of living increase that other districts are receiving. We're asking to have our benefits be raised a bit so we can keep up without having to take a pay cut.
They're also asking for more support staff.
We are lacking dozens of special ed aides that we need for our special education classrooms. That is one of the programs that teachers are asking for.
Parents are standing behind their kids' teachers.
I can tell you unequivocally, my family will be picketing with our children's teacher if a strike happens to be the outcome due to a lack of action on your behalf.
District officials say negotiations have been cordial and positive, and they're confident they're making progress, and add they encourage employees to have a voice and say they are listening and working toward a fair resolution.
I just want the district to understand we're not going away. We're not going to stop this. We're going to continue to fight until the parents of this community are heard. Until teachers are respected, we're going to keep fighting.
If you're going to talk that talk, you have to walk that walk.
And I'm told school officials and union reps will go back to the table next Friday. Reporting live tonight from Escondido, Kristen Shanahan, Fox 5 News.
Kristen, thank you. A class action lawsuit has been filed in response to the massive college admissions bribery scandal that has already led to dozens of arrests. And it comes as one of the stars charged in the scandal has been fired by the Hallmark Channel. Molly Line has the new developments from Boston.
A federal class action lawsuit. It's the latest aftermath of the largest college admissions scam ever investigated. The target of the suit, the confessed con man at the center of the scheme, and more than a half dozen elite universities. The plaintiffs, all students and parents, argue in the suit that qualified college hopefuls paid admission fees while unaware that, quote, unqualified students were slipping in through the back door of the admissions process by committing fraud, bribery, cheating, and dishonesty. Prosecutors say the institutions involved were unaware that wealthy parents were paying sometimes enormous bribes, funneled by ringleader William Rick Singer to get their kids into the schools via cheating on admissions tests or secret deals with coaches. But the suit argues the universities were negligent and failed to guarantee the sanctity of the college admissions process. While prosecutors are not charging the students involved, one is getting hit in the pocketbook. The daughter of actress Lori Loughlin and designer Massimo Giannulli, who prosecutors say gained unfair admittance to the University of Southern California. Sephora has just announced an end to the cosmetic company's partnership with Olivia Jade Giannulli, a social media star. According to TMZ, Olivia Jade was on a yacht in the Bahamas, owned by a USC Board of Trustees member, Rick Caruso, when prosecutors announced the charges, reportedly enjoying spring break with Caruso's daughter. Her numerous previous comments are now under fresh scrutiny, including one from an interview just last week.
It's like the coolest thing getting DMs from girls like, I'm applying to college right now, like, what did you do? All this stuff. It's fun.
And now the parent company of the Hallmark Channel has announced we are no longer working with Lori Loughlin, and the development of all productions involving her have stopped. In Boston, Molly Line, Fox News.
New tonight, he may have won the bet, but in the process, a South Bay student created quite a stir by jumping into an exhibit filled with sharks and other sea life. Unbelievable video as a witness recorded on a cell phone, and tonight we talked to the teenager who made the questionable jump, all because of a dare. Fox 5's Salvador Rivera is live in Chula Vista to show us what the student had to say about his plunge with the sharks. Sal.
Kathleen, the student was on a field trip here at the Living Coast Discovery Center in Chula Vista. He told us one of the reasons he wanted to talk to us because he wants to make sure people understand how much he regrets doing all of this. This video was recorded as the student jumps into an exhibit filled with sharks and stingrays at the Living Coast Discovery Center in Chula Vista. You can hear other students imploring him to hurry up.
It was a dare and it was a bet.
The student said the bet involved cash and a designer belt. He is a junior at Montgomery High School. On Tuesday, he was on a field trip to the center with his chemistry class. He asked us not to identify him.
I regret it, yeah. I didn't think of the consequences that were going to happen, and I realized it was very dangerous now that I did it.
When we spoke with him, he was remorseful and contrite about what he had done.
I can see teenagers doing those kinds of things. Very inappropriate. They could have harmed the animals.
Helen Copeland is a retired middle school science teacher. She saw the video and couldn't understand why no one was supervising the students.
There should have been other adults with these students at all times. It can't be always left to the parks, the recreation departments, and other adults to man the manners of the children that are going to these places.
Administrators at Montgomery High School did not respond, but the Sweetwater School District told us supervisors were on the field trip, but not at the exhibit where the student jumped in the water. The district called it an unfortunate and regrettable incident. As for the Living Coast Discovery Center, it issued a statement saying in part, "We are disappointed and saddened by this unfortunate incident, but are thankful that no animals or guests were injured."
An apology to the center that I shouldn't have done that, and I'm sorry for doing that, and I hope to make it up some way.
He will get a chance to make it up to them. As part of his punishment, he'll have to do 30 hours of community service at the center.
I'm looking forward to helping them out after what I did, and I want to apologize to all the chaperones there and all the teachers there that were there. Making them look bad. I regret it.
And we're not really sure when he will begin working here at the center. We're live in Chula Vista. Salvador Rivera, Fox 5 News.
Well, he's owning his decision. Thank you, Sal. President Trump is expected to use his first ever veto tomorrow after the Senate passed a resolution to end his national emergency declaration. The resolution passed the Senate with votes from all 47 Democrats and 12 Republicans. The Republicans who voted for the resolution said the vote wasn't about whether or not we need a border wall, but about the constitutionality of the declaration itself.
It's a question about the balance of power that is core to our Constitution. This is not about the president or about border security.
GOP members backing the president's decision argue the president is on solid legal ground. The resolution now heads to the president's desk, and he made it clear today he's looking forward to using his first presidential veto. Congress could override a potential veto, but only with a 2/3 majority in both the House and the Senate, and most believe that is unlikely. We're on top of the developing story regarding last weekend's deadly plane crash in Ethiopia. Coming up at the bottom of the hour, we'll take a look at some of the fixes Boeing is working on in order to get the 737 MAX 8 and MAX 9 back in the air. New tonight, Tesla unveiled its latest vehicle called the Model Y. The compact SUV will come in several versions. The long-range version will be able to travel 300 miles on a single charge. It will cost $47,000 and should be out in 2020. Cheaper standard version will cost $39,000 and will have a range of 230 miles, but it won't be available until 2021. A wild wreck as a driver decides to pull a dangerous stunt, sending a motorcyclist flying. The video that will leave you shocked. Plus, a wrong-way driver speeding down a busy highway, how police were able to stop her. And a woman goes wild inside a Burger King. What was wrong with her food that set her off?
And a beautiful night tonight. Cool temperatures right now in the 50s and 40s in some locations. Hot weather is ahead, though, for your weekend coming up.
You're watching the Fox 5 News at 10.